and welcome to Round Robin. I'm your host, Robin McCormick, with the City of Hampton's Communications and Marketing Department. And we're continuing our look at Phoebus today with a visit to CODY'S Lighting in beautiful downtown Phoebus and the owner, Richard Henson. Thank you. You have the most amazing store. Like, I've driven past it. I knew you did lamp repairs and restorations, but I had no idea how many thousands of lamps and hanging fixtures and chandeliers that you have in stock. This place is amazing.
Thank you.
So it's this kind of hidden gem, I think, and maybe a lot of people know about it. I'm just late to the party, but describe to people, you're basically a collector in a lot of ways, right?
Well, yes, an accumulator would probably be a better word. We have, over the last 25 years, accumulated or saved, so to speak,
Rescue.
a lot of older pieces, glass shades, various parts and pieces that are necessary to keep many of the older fixtures alive and going. We operate with a small staff. We do most of the work ourselves. I've got one gentleman that works for me. At time we have part-time people who come in once in a while to help out. But basically, it's the wife and I run the shop.
And her name's Glenda.
And her name is Glenda, right? And we've been at it now for quite some time, and it's not proved to be extremely lucrative, but it is an enjoyment, and it's really a pleasure to be able to get up and to come to work at my age and enjoy what we're doing. And more so the fact that we're doing it as a couple, that we've been married almost forever. We were married when we were in our 20s.
Oh my gosh. So, now, how did this start? Who had the interest in lamps and lighting, or was it antiques in general and then you began to specialize?
I'm originally from the Midwest. The wife and I grew up in the same small town, went through high school together. We came out here, and we have a family of 4 that are married with numerous grandchildren. And one of my daughters bought a home in Williamsburg and wanted a specific style of lighting. And we actually made a couple of trips to Missouri and went to St. Louis in order to find the antique lighting that she was wanting. And we came back here, and we had further difficulty in locating glass parts and so forth. And the business grew out of yard selling. And we decided that there was a niche that in the lighting, and I guess I can blame my daughter for it.
It's all her fault.
Right, it's all her fault.
You have such a range here, but as you said, it starts with about, what, 1900s, a little bit?
Yeah, around, we've got a few, we got some kerosene and a few gas pieces.
A few that were originally gas lighting that you restored.
You're right.
Put
Right. We have some of them are even still able to go to gas if they want to.
Oh my gosh.
So we've tried to maintain the integrity of the piece, for the period of time, try to keep that in mind. And it's like you said, it's basically from around the late 1800s and on up into around 1960s. When we first started collecting the glass, we were only collecting just whatever glass we could find. But the way the world is today, if there's a lamp comes out on the market, by next year you can't get repair parts for it. So we've gone over to buying and stocking just about any glassware we can find.
So you do, like if someone had a shade that breaks or a part of their lamp, you also, repairs are probably half or more of your business, right?
Replacement parts. And even, like I said, some of the newer stuff that we've accumulated, we have people who do work on houses that maybe were in a fire. So they bring a chandelier in, or pieces that get broken, they come in here to try to match up the parts so they can save the piece rather than having to put in a whole new fixture.
a lot of cut glass. I see you've got a lot of stained glass or pressed glass, or just a really wide variety. So what is it like, how long are you going to stick with this business? You could retire, I'm sure, if you wanted to.
The part I enjoy the most is the people we meet and the stories they tell. It's like every piece in here has got its own little story. It belonged to Uncle John, or it belonged to my great-grandfather, or I can remember whenever I was a little girl, I knocked it off and it got broke, and it's been in the attic ever since. And this kind of thing. We get this type of story, and it's quite a pleasure to be able to see the smile on their face when we're able to restore it.
Well, let's hope that the revitalization and renovation of Phoebus boosts your business and the other businesses along this stretch, and gives people a fun place to go visit and wander through, because I think you have to look at this a couple of times before you really get a sense of it. I don't think people know. Give me a guesstimate of your inventory. How many pieces you think you have?
10, 20,000 at least.
Yeah, I mean, it is
small
really,
lamps,
really amazing. And I should say there's a full second story in here too. People may not know that when they first come through.
That's our back lot. In other words, most of the stuff up there still has to have a little something done to it. Although we do have customers that come in and they like to do it themselves. So they'll buy it as it is, and so everything's for sale. Negotiate a price.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Richard. I really appreciate it. And giving us this tour of your business. It's an amazing place to see all of the historical and reconstructed lighting pieces. Like you said, it's a little bit like jewelry, where these pieces these pieces kind of appreciate and the styles come and go, but the history is always here, and it's like kind of a part of Phoebus. Thank you. And thank you for watching. I hope you will come visit Phoebus and come visit CODY'S for a lamp repair, or to see the amazing pieces of jewelry that you can put on your ceiling or in your house. Thank you.